Good day, my name is Dr. Rapiti. Some of you watching this video today will be familiar with the work that I've been doing in the past 3 months with a number of dedicated people in trying to find a solution to come through with this crisis. It's been a tough year dealing with this crisis. It had us in limbo, it had us guessing, it had many of us depressed, many people lost jobs and lost hope, lost dear ones, loved ones, and there was really no hope. And today I decided to write a poem that will capture in the essence of what has been going on this past year, to give you a generalized picture of this crisis and what's been going on. I wrote it in a poem and I hope you'll enjoy it. And the title of the poem is called Incredible Miraculous Ivy. I hope you enjoy it. Incredible Ivy has been serving humanity for 40 years and more, and has become humanity's savior for sure. When all its old cousins were thrown into oblivious dustbins, invincible ivy stood its ground as new uses for it were accidentally found. When the enemy from Wuhan mercilessly attacked the world, ivy's prowess was quickly unfurled. After saving human and animal kind from blindness, death, and debilitating disease with power and gentle ease, it won its maker, a true scientist and not a faker, an accolade that will never fade, because incredible ivy has once more dashed to humans' aid, like the faithful housemaid, to re-emerge as an invincible fighter amidst the powerful and jealous backbiters. It went into our bodies and destroyed the enemy to prove to the world it can save us from this deadly crisis at the lowest prices. If the enemy in our bodies went too far by turning our antibodies into rascal children, destroying itself and starving itself of air, incredible ivy did not spare. It stopped the rascal antibodies from relentlessly multiplying, and like a miraculous Houdini, brought much needed air again to the lungs of the rich and poor in the most remote parts of the world, whether you lived in the city or the faraway desolate Namib sands. As it brought back the near dead to life again, versatile ivy never stopped. It tracked its enemy in the vast network of our vessels and stopped the evil enemy from blocking vital supply to our organs. With one gentle smirk on its face, it told the vanquished Yuan enemy, "You have no place on the human race, because I got you again like I did before." Folks that didn't know ivy ended up in their bed half dead. Forgetful, confused, immobile, and permanently docile, humble and reassuring ivy visited them weekly, and in no time, masterful ivy miraculously returned them to their old selves again. It didn't take long to bring back laughter and song that was gone away from them for oh so long. But in its tryst to save mankind from the crisis of the worst kind, its name and image was ruthlessly tarnished and torn. Its successes were fastidiously hidden through the ugly machinations of the rich, malicious, and avaricious, who shamelessly prospered on the pain of human suffering. So the powerful, humble, and safe ivy could not reach all its suffering children again. Big organizations, big drug houses, Judases in the medical fraternity, governments and media houses turned their backs on life-saving ivy, ridiculing it as fake, like useless oil of the simple snake. Fortunately for the miraculous ivy, its growing band of admiring survivors broke through the barriers of censorship and exposed the evils of the untested oil that was unleashed in millions of vials. The clots this oil was forming and the bodies it was disforming made it clear, from this oil we must tear, because good old ivy will make our fear disappear. No matter how much the creators tried to protect and promote this evil creation, the evidence of its incurable harming was glowingly alarming. Ivy was forced to take a back seat and watch helpless victims pay heavy prices for oxygen and fancy devices that were really no match for the all-powerful ivy. Because you see, ivy alone, as time and again shown, it can do it, and all on its own. Whether you live in fancy New York or poor Zimbabwe, humble ivy is ready like a faithful teddy to save humanity from the Yuan enemy and merciless people that are trying their best to put ivy to an untimely rest. Through misinformation and evil marketing and not so sublime coercion. The truth is, if ivy could speak, it will tell you how many detractors' bodies it has sneaked. Yes, the time is ripe for good old ivy to take center stage and rescue the world from falling apart and from the people that are not so smart, and to win its creator a second deserved Medal of Honor, and to be displayed proudly in everyone's special corner. The world, to the versatile, harmless and powerful ivy, must open its doors and give it the biggest round of applause without a pause. Take a bow, ivy, as we salute you on bended knees for listening to our pleas and saving the people of this world who hibernated into their shelters, all frightened and curled. I thank you, Dr. Rapiti. I hope this poem captures your imagination of what really happened in this pandemic this past year. And I hope this poem will give you hope and a message that we must not give up. We must not be afraid that things won't work out. I am sure the truthful will prevail and succeed in getting us out of this quagmire of an epidemic that seems to be so resistant when it shouldn't be. I thank you for watching, I thank you for listening, and I hope you will share this with your friends and colleagues and spread the word of hope. I thank you.